If you're struggling to decide between getting an American Express Aeroplan Card or its big brother, the Aeroplan Reserve Card, you're not alone, because there's a lot of information out there that makes these two cards seem almost the same. But to be honest, choosing between these two is an extremely simple decision once you know the right questions to ask. That's why I've split this video into 3 distinct stages that ask you 3 distinct questions, so that by the end of the video, you'll have a crystal clear understanding of which of these two cards is the right one for you. Let's get started. The Aeroplan Card's welcome bonus of up to 50,000 Aeroplan points is a great deal right now. You'll earn the first 30,000 points after you spend $3,000 on the card in the first 3 months, and the remaining 20,000 points when you spend $1,000 in month 13. On the Aeroplan Reserve Card, you get up to 85,000 Aeroplan points, the first 60,000 after spending $7,500 in the first 3 months, and the remaining 25,000 after you spend $2,500 in month 13. But rather than just talking in abstract numbers here, let's get specific about what these Aeroplan points can get you. The 50,000 Aeroplan points you get from the Amex Aeroplan Card is enough for a round trip anywhere in North America, and more than enough for a one-way flight to Europe or Asia. This is impressive, especially given that the annual fee is just $120, and those flights will easily be worth $500 or more. And the 85,000 Aeroplan points you get from the Aeroplan Reserve Card is enough for multiple round trips in North America, or a round-trip flight to Europe or Asia. So this is obviously even better, and those round-trip overseas flights can easily cost $1,000 to $1,500 or more when you consider that you're flying direct with Air Canada and won't need to deal with inconvenient stopovers. So basically, you're gonna save at least a few $100s right off the bat with either of these cards. But keep in mind that you need to spend an average of $2,500 a month with the Aeroplan Reserve Card to get the 85,000 points welcome bonus, and you only need to spend $1,000 a month to get the 50,000 points welcome bonus on the Aeroplan Card. So the first question for you is, can you spend the $7,500 in 3 months that's required to get the welcome bonus on the Aeroplan Reserve Card? If yes, that's a strong sign that the Aeroplan Reserve Card may be the card for you. But if no, you should get the Aeroplan Card. To know for sure though, we need to move on to stage 2, features. Let's start off by looking at the benefits that both of these cards share, starting with 7 benefits that you get with every American Express card, not just these Aeroplan specific cards. The first is the suite of insurance policies that come with American Express cards. These include out-of-province or out-of-country emergency medical insurance, flight delay insurance, baggage delay insurance, hotel burglary insurance, lost or stolen baggage insurance, accident insurance, and car rental, theft, and damage insurance. I'm not going to go into the details on all of these individual policies because we'd be here for hours, but I can say that one of the things that make American Express cards truly stand out from every other credit card in Canada is how committed Amex is to its cardholders. There's a reason people stick with American Express for decades, and that's because they know that when things go wrong, Amex always has their back. The next 2 Amex benefits I want to talk about are purchase protection and extended warranty. Purchase protection ensures the items you buy on your Amex card against accidental damage and theft for up to $1,000. An extended warranty doubles the manufacturer's warranty for up to an extra year on items you probably already buy. These types of coverage can be incredibly valuable for expensive purchases like phones and laptops, since these are common targets for theft both within Canada and outside of Canada. The 4th Amex specific benefit is the front-of-the-line pre-sale and reserve tickets for concerts, theater, and special events. This allows Amex cardholders to access tickets to some of the most popular events before they go on sale to the general public, giving you a better chance to snag great seats to your favorite shows and events. For example, getting tickets to Harry Potter and the Cursed Child in Toronto was extremely tough, but if you had an Amex card, front of the line would have allowed you to buy tickets before everyone else, securing your seats before the general public even had a chance. And this is true for live music events, concerts, sporting events, stand-up comedy, and other types of events as well. Number 5 is Amex Experiences, which gives you exclusive access to events and activities that you simply can't get with non-Amex credit cards. Amex Experiences is related to front of the line, but it's still distinct because on top of getting early access to publicly available events, you're also invited to things the public can't access at all. For example, previous Amex Experiences events have included private dinners with celebrity chefs like Gordon Ramsay, exclusive concerts with dinner and drinks included, and shopping credits from luxury retailers like Saks Fifth Avenue. These are in line with American Express's ethos of providing unparalleled luxury and access and creating unique and unforgettable moments for their cardholders. Number 6 is Amex Offers, which gives you tailored discounts and promotions at a variety of retailers, which can easily add up to $500 a year or more. For example, you might get a discount at your favorite restaurant or a significant cashback offer from a retailer you shop at frequently. These offers are personalized based on your spending habits, which makes it easier for you to save on the things you already buy. And the seventh Amex specific benefit I want to talk about is access to the hotel collection, where you get special benefits at participating hotel properties when you book through the American Express travel portal. These benefits include a $100 hotel credit that can be used for dining, spa services, and other hotel amenities, as well as room upgrades when they're available. The hotel collection is a great way to take your travel up a notch, adding a touch of luxury without the extra cost. One of the benefits other Amex cardholders don't get access to is complimentary first checked bag on Air Canada flights for the primary cardholder and up to 8 travel companions on the same reservation. This can save you a ton of money on baggage fees if you regularly find yourself paying for baggage with Air Canada, and it's available on both the Aeroplan Card and the Aeroplan Reserve Card. But the Aeroplan Reserve Card also offers 5 additional benefits on top of what the Aeroplan Card offers, so I want to dig into those now. First up are higher earn rates. On the Aeroplan Card, you earn 2 Aeroplan points per dollar spent on eligible Air Canada purchases, 1.5 points per dollar on dining and food delivery purchases, and 1 point per dollar on all other purchases. But on the Aeroplan Reserve Card, you earn 3 Aeroplan points per dollar spent on eligible Air Canada purchases, 2 points per dollar on eligible dining and food delivery purchases, and 1.25 points per dollar on everything else. To be honest though, I don't see this making much of a difference for most people. Even if you spent $5,000 a year with Air Canada and another $5,000 a year on restaurants and food delivery, which is more than most people, you'd only earn an additional 7,500 Aeroplan points a year by moving up from the Aeroplan Card to the Aeroplan Reserve Card. So personally, I don't think the earn rates make too much of a difference. The second benefit you get with the Aeroplan Reserve Card that you don't with the Aeroplan Card is access to the American Express Concierge, a 24/7 concierge that can help you with a ton of travel-related tasks. For example, if you want to get a table at a top restaurant wherever you are at the last minute, you can't just call them and expect them to make room for you. But when your American Express Concierge calls, doors magically open. And your concierge isn't just for making reservations at exclusive restaurants. They can also handle a bunch of travel-related tasks like renting cars, changing flights, or even planning your entire vacation. I've had my concierge prepare entire travel reports for cities I've been planning to visit, complete with restaurant and activity recommendations specifically based on my custom requests. It's a pretty amazing service once you learn how to use it, and it's all totally free with your Aeroplan Reserve Card. The third difference between the two cards comes at the airport. Both Aeroplan and Aeroplan Reserve Card holders get their first checked bag free on Air Canada flights for themselves and up to 8 travel companions on the same reservation. But on top of that, Aeroplan Reserve Card holders also get priority boarding, priority check-in, and priority baggage handling on all Air Canada flights. This is a nice time saver if you fly with Air Canada a lot, though if you don't, it's not going to be worth too much to you. The fourth thing Aeroplan Reserve Card holders get that Aeroplan card holders don't is one of my favorites, which is unlimited access to Maple Leaf lounges and Air Canada cafes in Canada and the US for you and a guest. Now, to be honest, Maple Leaf lounges aren't the best lounges out there, especially when you compare them to many of the airport lounges you'll find in other parts of the world. But still, sitting down in a quiet, comfortable environment with a hot meal and a cold drink is a much better way to wait for your flight than sitting by the gate where things are noisy and hectic. Here's a list of all the airports where you'll have access to a Maple Leaf lounge with an Air Canada cafe in Toronto Billy Bishop Airport. And the big kahuna benefit of the Aeroplan Reserve Card is the annual worldwide companion pass. Each year, after spending $25,000 on the card, you receive a companion pass that allows you to bring a guest on a round-trip Air Canada flight for a fixed base fare ranging from $99 to $599 depending on the destination. And using the companion pass is really easy. You just sign into your Aeroplan account, search for a flight for 2 or more passengers, select the companion/buddy pass option on the search results page, and then buy the 2 tickets, one at the regular price and one at the discounted price. This can save you a ton of money, especially on long-haul international flights, which means this benefit alone can more than pay for the card's entire annual fee. Let's look at a few specific examples to see how this would play out. On this round-trip flight from Toronto to Vancouver, the base fare adds up to $510, but with your companion pass, you'd pay just $99 for savings of $411. On this round-trip flight from Vancouver to Hong Kong, the base fare is $1,538, but with your companion pass, you'd pay just $599 for a savings of $939. And on this round-trip flight from Toronto to Delhi, the base fare is $1,842, but with your companion pass, you'd pay, again, just $599 for savings of $1,243. So as you can see, the companion pass can be extremely extremely valuable. But of course, two things have to be true here. You need to spend $25,000 each year to unlock the pass, and you need someone to travel with. So if you normally travel on your own, then this benefit won't be as valuable to you. So my second question for you is, will you get value from the 5 unique features I just walked through? The higher earn rates, concierge, Air Canada benefits, lounge access, and the companion pass. Most people will, especially if you don't already have an American Express Platinum card, which comes with worldwide airport lounge access and some of the other benefits of the Aeroplan Reserve Card. But the question is, how much value will you get from them, and is it enough to justify the cost? And that's why we need to move on to stage 3, the annual fee. Now, you shouldn't be so surprised to hear that the Aeroplan Reserve Card costs quite a bit more than the Aeroplan Card. After all, it comes with a ton more benefits, and those benefits can't come for free. So let's look at the numbers and see how things stack up. The Aeroplan Card comes with an annual fee of $120. And to be honest, this card is a steal at this price when you consider all the travel benefits you get with it and the welcome bonus of up to 50,000 Aeroplan points. So if you don't already have this card, you should absolutely get one, especially if you have some travel coming up with Air Canada. The real question is, should you upgrade to the Aeroplan Reserve Card? Well, the annual fee on the Aeroplan Reserve Card is $599, which is 5 times that of the Aeroplan Card. And while that sounds like a pretty crazy jump, it's still worth it for a lot of people. You've already seen that you can save a lot more money than that just with the companion pass alone. And when you add on all the other benefits like lounge access and the additional Air Canada benefits and the 24/7 concierge, it's also a pretty compelling option. So let's look at a few real life examples to see what this could look like for you. Caleb is a student living in Vancouver who takes one vacation a year, normally to Mexico or the Caribbean. He spends about $1,000 a month on living expenses, and he's looking for a solid travel card that can lower the cost of his next trip. He should get the Aeroplan Card, and in the future, maybe when he's done school and has more disposable income, he can upgrade to the Aeroplan Reserve Card. Daria is a consultant living in Toronto who flies to the US 4 to 6 times a year for work. She generally flies with Air Canada, and her busy work schedule means that sitting by the gate in Pearson Airport is not her idea of fun. She spends around $3,000 a month and takes a vacation to Europe once a year with her partner. She should get the Aeroplan Reserve Card, so she'll get all the travel benefits with Air Canada and save a ton of money on her annual trip thanks to the companion pass. And Rob is an engineer living in rural Alberta. He doesn't travel that often, but he's been saving up for a big trip to Southeast Asia for the past year. Benefits like free baggage with Air Canada don't mean much to him, but he is interested in all the Aeroplan points he can get with one of these cards. He spends around $2,500 a month, so he could hit the $25,000 threshold required to get the companion pass. In his case, it probably still makes sense to get the Aeroplan Reserve Card, since the extra 35,000 Aeroplan points will go a long way for him for his upcoming trip. But if he decides he can't bring himself to pay the $599 annual fee, the Aeroplan Card will be just fine for him too. So now let's take a really close look at how the Amex Aeroplan and Aeroplan Reserve Cards compare side by side. First are the annual fees, $120 versus $599. Then are the welcome bonuses, 50,000 points versus 85,000 points. And then there are all the additional benefits you get with the Aeroplan Reserve Card, the higher earn rates, the priority boarding, check-in and baggage handling with Air Canada, and American Express Concierge. Those are pretty solid, but where the Aeroplan Reserve Card really starts to stand out is with its last 2 benefits: unlimited access to Maple Leaf lounges for you and a guest, and the annual worldwide companion pass. How much the lounge access is worth to you depends on how often you travel and whether you already have lounge access from another credit card. But the companion pass is really the deal breaker here. Being able to buy a second round-trip Air Canada ticket with a base fare ranging from $99 to $599 can be a huge money saver for you if you actually use it. Plus, the additional 35,000 Aeroplan points you get from the welcome bonus are more than enough for a round-trip flight within North America. So you're getting a round-trip flight with the potential for huge savings on another round-trip overseas flight every single year by springing for the Aeroplan Reserve Card. But remember, you need to spend $25,000 a year to get access to the companion pass. So for me, the entire decision between the Aeroplan Card and the Aeroplan Reserve Card comes down to a very important question number 3. Will I be able to spend $25,000 a year on this card? If yes, you should absolutely go for the Aeroplan Reserve Card and take your travels to the next level. But if not, go with the low fee, low risk Aeroplan Card. It's still a rock solid card, and it'll give you a lot of the travel benefits that you're looking for. So I've left links in the description below to the best possible welcome bonuses on both of these cards, and I update those links regularly to make sure you're always getting the best deal. So now the ball's in your court. Choose which of the 2 cards you're going to get and take action on it today. Because the longer you wait, the fewer Aeroplan points you'll have in the future, and there's nothing more annoying than being 1,000 points short and having to buy a very expensive last-minute flight with cash instead. So enjoy your new card, and I'll see you in the next video.